Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chasetheheat. Look at what I got here. Look at the size of this monster chocolate Bhutlah DM. Grown by Dave Miner, folks. Now this kind of has an interesting story behind it. He grew the chocolate Bhutlah DM, the phenotype he selected and grew out. Grew that for several years, and then he had a red Bhutlah. All right, through red pods. Grew that out and grew this, which is an orange Bhutlah. He had 12 plants he grew from last year's seeds. Of them, one of the plants reverted back and through chocolate pods. So we're going to eat this one today and tell you what I think. This is a chocolate pod, which is from, where did I do this? I think it's from 2A, a 13.3 gram 2A is what, so I guess that's the second aisle or second plant in aisle A. I'm not quite sure how he does it, but so we're gonna eat this. It's a firm pepper. It even smells hot. It has a fruity smell on the outside, almost citrusy like. Interesting. Alright, fairly wet blade. I'm not going to go through the frustration of trying to let you see the inside, but boy, look at that. Look at, see how shiny that is? That's oil. That is a very oily pod. Super strong smelling. Has an earthy smell to it. Almost has a sweetness to it. Very interesting. All right, this is a pretty good size 13.3 gram chocolate Bhutlah DM. I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chasetheheat. Wow. Okay. Very hot. Like immediately, really, really hot. Smelled, it's tasted very similar to the way it smelled. It has a sweetness to it. All over mouth burn, very hot, and wrap it up quick. It's climbing. There was a hint of floral, but it wasn't that bad. What it was really, really juicy. Man. The placenta of the base must have been very thick and just almost solid because it just tasted so juicy. Very hot. Very pleasant aftertaste. You know, it almost reminds me more of what the orange Bhutlah. It's funny that it came from an orange Bhutlah, threw it back and reverted back to the chocolate. If I closed my eyes and I didn't know better, I thought it was an orange because it has kind of a fruitier, a little bit sweeter flavor than most chocolate Bhutlas I've had. I think it's probably, it might still be climbing. It's a pretty hot one. Burning the underside underneath my tongue. Very hot. I'm not like writhing in pain, but if you were not a chili head, you would be. So it came from a plant that was throwing pods like this. One of the 12 plants started throwing those chocolate pods, and that's what that was. I think it's peaked as far as the heat. It's definitely a 5, maybe a 6 on my scale of 1 to 10. For a non-chili head, it'd probably be a 10. It's not just a burn, it's a real sting. It just, I mean, it hurts. Very interesting flavor, though. Yeah, it tasted almost more like the orange Bhutlah than it would if I closed my eyes, I wouldn't have guessed it was a chocolate Bhutlah. Especially that in the last 4 or 5 days, I've eaten 2 of his orange Bhutlahs. It really has a little bit more of a sweeter flavor, like I said, than I normally get on a chocolate Bhutlah. But it was good pepper, very hot. Be a dynamite sauce. It would make a dynamite sauce. Just got a strong flavor. Definitely not for the faint of heart, though. If you're not a hardcore chili head, I don't think you'd like it. Not just, I don't think you'd have. Said this in a previous video. You have such a the less used you are. If you're not used to hot peppers, you wouldn't be able to. All you'd be able to taste is pain. The more I think your tolerance builds, you have a better opportunity to describe the flavor. I think a new chili head would just say it was hot and it hurt. I'm not sure if they'd be able to detect the flavor of it. Pepper burnt. Definitely getting a warmth in my chest right here. Pepper is no joke. Very hot. I think it was a little bit hotter than the last. I've eaten 2 of the red orange Bhutlahs, 2 of the orange Bhutlahs. The first one I ate, I don't think this chocolate that reverted back was as hot as that. I think it was a little bit hotter than the last orange Bhutlah that I ate. Kind of falls in between there a little bit, in between the 2 of them. Nice warmth. I'll tell you, it's a nice chilly day here in Reno. Better than drinking a cup of warm coffee, eat a hot pepper. That warms you up in a hurry. Great flavor, though. Like that flavor a lot. Better flavor than most chocolate Bhutlahs. So it's kind of interesting that you know probably more about that than me, Dave. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dave, for sending me these pods. As always, they're great and they're hot and they're delicious. So thanks you very much. Go to the description box below. You'll see a link for Dave. You can reach him. He's just a wonderful guy, very accessible and very knowledgeable, and will pass that knowledge on to you, which is really cool. Right here, you'll see the Chasetheheat floating pepper. Click on that pepper, right, and you'll become a subscriber to the channel. If you click on the bell when you're given the option, we will notify you when we have these new videos we upload. But I want to thank you a lot for joining me. This was a warm one. What a great way to warm up a chilly day. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.